Welcome, everybody. I'm Corinne Chalvoy, and this is coverage of the JFK 50 miler, the 63rd annual 2025 edition, brought to you by Mountain Outpost and Altra Running. And I am here with some pre-race interviews. Excited to be joined first by Stephen Kersh.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
Thanks, Stephen. It's great to see you and meet you and talk with you a little bit about your return to this race.
That's right.
So, yeah, let's start there. You ran back in 2020, COVID year.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that race for you.
Yeah, I think that was a fun one because it was one of the first races to kind of or at least be willing to try to, stay within the safety protocols and put on a race. So I think there's a great elite field that year. And that's it was just exciting to go out there and race after, months and months of not being able to do that. So yeah, I remember having a good time. Obviously Hayden ran a spectacular race, set the course record. And then I placed second that year, 5:27 or so, which I was super excited about. And we were just talking though about how strange it was in 2020, no fans, no spectators really. Right. So pretty demure day. Yeah. I don't remember too much fanfare or anything. So I'm really excited to get out there tomorrow and, be around more people. Hear a bit more cheering, hopefully, sure. Just give it a rip.
For sure, yeah. The community will be out. We were talking about that, and I watched the Rabbit Wolf Creative. I think you're back here with the same crew, right?
Yeah.
So Rabbit Wolf, you can go back and watch if you want on YouTube. There's a documentary, a great little film about that 2020 race. I saw you guys running with masks on, during the race. And I mean, I ran Javelina. I think we were allowed to take our masks off when we were not around other people during it. But I guess one question, do you remember that being an uncomfortable thing?
Well, we only had to wear them at the start and the finish. And then when you were coming into an aid station.
That's
right.
Okay.
So it wasn't a big deal.
Okay.
The photos are kind of weird. It looks strange. And I think a lot of people were like, oh my God, they ran but no, it was very minimal time. So it wasn't a big deal. You just had to have it in your belt or whatever.
Got it. Okay. Well, yeah, like you said, you ran 5:27:07, one of the fastest times ever run on this course. Mm-hmm. What do you like about the uniqueness of having these different parts of this race? And then we'll go into a little bit of what you've been up to this season, but tell us a little bit. I was on some of the AT section today and then a little bit of the CNO, but it really does take a pretty diverse runner to run well at this course. What do you like about it?
Yeah, I think that's the cool part is that you do have to have some skills, some technical ability, some experience running on a trail. You can't just be a 2:10 marathoner and then, expect to put together a really good JFK. I think it does take some kind of distinct skill sets. And like you said, it does ask a lot of a runner to be competitive. So I always thought that was really fun, just to be able to work on those skill sets. And that's something I feel like luckily I come from a pretty fast background. So I think it always appealed to me.
Yeah.
And then, just having to be a bit of a technical runner. It's not terribly technical, that stretch of AT, at least what I can remember. Maybe it's changed a little bit. But it's not just a smooth, California carpet or anything. So it's fun. It asks a lot of a runner to be good here.
How do you kind of, from a strategy standpoint, toe that line or that edge of are you pushing too hard in the AT section? How much am I actually putting forward effort wise versus how do I need to play this out so that I feel decent going into then running a very fast marathon followed by 8 miles of rolling hills? Yeah,
right. I don't know. I think you need to definitely be slightly conservative in the AT section because then you have 35 miles of super runnable terrain where I think if you have your legs for that, you're going to make up more time than maybe you lost by not being as aggressive on the AT. So I know in 2020, we pretty much just packed up myself, Jared, Matt Daniels, and Hayden. And, we all came in within maybe, 30 seconds of each other into Weaverton. And I don't remember it being particularly taxing or anything. So I'm hoping to pretty much just repeat. I would love to hit a split like that again and then just do a bit better along the CNO. And especially I had a pretty rough last 8 miles. So I would love to just be able to keep it together there. And yeah, you do need to toe the line, and there's really no sense in being super aggressive on that first part.
Yeah. Okay. So it's been 5 years.
Yep.
You've done a lot in that time.
Yeah.
Most recently, you ran UTMB, the
Right.
full loop.
Yeah.
So I guess just talk to us a little bit about how you feel like you've evolved kind of as an athlete in the last 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot more experience. JFK was only, my, I don't know, 4th or 5th ultra probably at that time. So since then I've run, 4 or 5 ultras probably every single year.
Mm-hmm.
So I do feel like I have a lot more experience, a lot more miles in my body. Like, I was doing probably a pretty ill-advised thing, but I was going back on Strava and I was like, oh, I wonder what my training looked like in 2020. And, I was running a lot more. I was running a lot more volume going into this race than I was this year. But, now I have a kid, I have a job, it's like I'm juggling a lot more.
That
so
stress thing.
Right. So I am banking on just, okay, but I've had 5 years of like very consistent training. And actually in this block, my coach and I, we kind of figured I had a lot of good base from UTMB. Like I probably don't need to push the volume. What I needed to push was just feeling good at 5:20 pace again, which came pretty quickly. And
Nice.
I've done a lot more like fast long runs this block than I did in 2020.
Yeah.
So while my volume wasn't there, I think my specificity for the last 35 miles or so was definitely a bit more practiced.
Yep.
So yeah, hoping that pays off. And then, like you said, yeah, just 5 years of growth as an athlete. I think I have nutrition more dialed, hopefully emotions are a little more dialed, like that kind of thing. So yeah, it'll be fun. That's a long time, 5 years, but hoping I can be a little bit faster tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you want to improve on time? Is
Yeah.
that the goal? Like, do you have placement goals, or what would be a good day for you?
Yeah,
in
I
your
mean,
mind?
I always just try to, if I run my race and I run as well as I can, like I know I'm going to do well. And I try not to really think too much outside of that in terms of like where that would put me. But I think if I run faster than 5:27, I'll probably be in the top 3 or so, which would be a great day.
Yeah.
Obviously I would love to win the thing. Getting second, I mean, I can, if I'm going to do better, I kind of have to win it. But yeah, I know David's back, and that was just an incredible race he put together last year. So yeah, really looking forward to throwing it down with him. And I know there's a ton of other guys too. So yeah, just looking to run fast and have a good time.
Okay. And you're an Adidas Terex athlete. Tell us about the shoe change.
Yeah.
Is there one?
Yeah,
Do you
absolutely.
are there fast laces involved?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got all. I did the same thing in 2020 with the
Yeah.
bungee laces. So yeah, we're gonna start with the Agravic Speed,
Yep.
not the Speed Ultra.
Okay. Just for
'cause
more stability.
more stability. It's not as long, short little section. Just under 2 hours or so. So don't really think I need the extra cushioning, and just want to be a little closer to the ground.
Yep.
With the technical trails, so gonna pop those off and then slide into the Adios Pro 4s.
Oh, nice.
Which is our marathon
Yep,
super shoe.
yep.
I love that shoe.
I have the 3s.
Oh yeah,
That's a good shoe.
4s are sweet. So yeah, hopefully a quick little transition, and then I'm off and running. But yeah, that's also a fun little wrinkle about this race. Like you're not really focused on quickly changing your shoes at any other ultra race. So it's pretty unique to hear.
Awesome. Shout out. You want to give a quick shout out to your crew?
Yeah. So my crew is my dear friend and business partner, Ryan Sterner. He lives up in New York City, so he's coming down here. And then my friend Jean Mack is running. This is her first 50 mile.
Oh, sweet.
So her and her husband Paul are down here, and we're all staying together in Airbnb. So yeah, it's a nice little reunion. We all used to live in Flagstaff, so now we're reconvening out here.
Okay. Are you in Washington now?
I'm in Seattle.
Okay,
Yeah,
awesome.
in Seattle.
And then how old is your
My daughter Lowell is 9 months.
Lowell?
Lowell, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. We'll bring in the dad strength.
Yeah, exactly.
And we'll be wishing you luck. Anything else that you want to say about just the race? Like what, I guess you're back, 5 years later, obviously that you had a good, even though it was a COVID year, you had a good experience the first time.
Yeah.
Is there anything unique about JFK or like the atmosphere of the race that you really like?
I mean, that's one thing I'm looking forward to is like getting a taste of the atmosphere, just because in 2020 we didn't really have that. But no, last night I was actually thinking of just like how many just legends of the sport have run this race. And
For real.
yeah, it's a really cool kind of end of the year celebration. And I'm glad that, people are still coming to this race and making it, a spot on their calendar. And yeah, I hope to see it and keep going for 6 more decades. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, best of luck. Hope you have an amazing day out there. We will be following along and get some rest.
Cool. Thanks, Corinne.